Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into one of the most captivating stories from the Bible, the story of Moses. This is a tale of courage, faith, and the journey to freedom. So, sit back and join us as we explore Moses' incredible life. Our story begins in ancient Egypt, a time when the Israelites were living under harsh conditions as slaves. Pharaoh, the ruler of Egypt, was deeply worried about the growing numbers of the Israelites and issued strict orders to keep them under control. In the midst of this troubled time, a baby boy named Moses was born. His mother loved him dearly and knew that his life was in danger because of the oppressive rules. With a heavy heart but great determination, she placed young Moses in a small basket and gently set it afloat on the Nile River, trusting that fate would protect him. By a twist of fate, Pharaoh's daughter discovered the basket while she was bathing. Moved by compassion, she decided to adopt Moses as her own, giving him a chance at a life of comfort and opportunity in the palace. Despite growing up in luxury, Moses never forgot his roots or the suffering of his people. As Moses matured, his heart grew heavier watching the plight of the Israelites. One day, while he was taking care of his father-in-law's sheep in the wilderness, something extraordinary happened. He noticed a bush burning brightly, but the flames didn't consume it. Intrigued, Moses went closer, and in that moment, he heard a voice. The voice came from the burning bush. It was God speaking. God told Moses that he had been chosen to lead the Israelites out of Egypt and into freedom. Overwhelmed by doubt and fear, Moses wondered, "How can I do something so great?" Yet, God reassured him, promising guidance and strength every step of the way. With this divine call, Moses returned to Egypt with a renewed purpose. He courageously approached Pharaoh and demanded, "Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he refused. In response, God sent a series of powerful signs and plagues upon Egypt to show that the time for change had come. Finally, after much suffering and a final devastating plague, Pharaoh relented, and the Israelites were allowed to leave. The journey to freedom, however, was far from over. As the Israelites set out, Pharaoh's army chased after them. The people soon found themselves trapped at the edge of the Red Sea, with the enemy closing in. It was a moment filled with fear and uncertainty. In that desperate time, Moses turned to God once more. With unwavering faith, he raised his staff, and a miracle unfolded before everyone's eyes. The Red Sea parted, creating a dry path for the Israelites to cross safely. Once all had passed, the waters returned, sweeping away Pharaoh's army and securing their escape. Now, free from the clutches of Egypt, Moses led his people through a vast and challenging desert. The journey was long, and the people faced many hardships along the way. But amidst the challenges, another remarkable event took place. In the harsh desert, when hunger threatened to overwhelm the Israelites, God provided for them in a miraculous way. Each morning, a fine, flaky substance called manna appeared on the ground like dew, a daily gift of nourishment. In the evenings, flocks of quail arrived, offering savory meat. This divine provision not only filled their bellies, but also deepened their trust in God's constant care. During their journey through the unforgiving desert, the Israelites began to suffer from thirst. In their despair, they cried out to Moses, and once again, God answered their cry. At his command, Moses struck a rock with his staff, and to everyone's amazement, fresh water flowed from the stone, quenching the people's thirst. This miracle served as a reminder that God provides for his people. Even in the most difficult of times, high on Mount Sinai, Moses climbed to meet God once again. There, he received the TenCommandments, a set of divine rules meant to guide the Israelites in living justly and harmoniously. These commandments weren't just rules. They were the foundation of a community built on respect, fairness, and love for one another. Moses' story is one of transformation. From a hidden baby in a basket to a leader who brought hope and freedom, his life teaches us valuable lessons. It shows us that even in the darkest moments, one person's courage and faith can spark change. Moses reminds us to stand up for what is right, to trust in a greater purpose, and to never give up, even when the path seems impossible. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the life of Moses. We hope his story inspires you to face your own challenges with determination and hope. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step, and every one of us has the power to make a difference.